What's up, coders? Welcome to One Little Coder. In this Python automation tutorial, we are going to learn how to build a Twitter bot, a tweet bot that can automatically tweet screenshots of website. So this is going to have three different components. First, we're going to learn how to collect screenshot automatically. Second, how to create a Twitter bot. Third, how to set up a GitHub action workflow where you can tweet the screenshot. So we're going to have three sections, and I'll make sure that I add timestamps to the YouTube description so you can check the relevant section that you like. So at the end of this video, you would be able to create a Twitter bot just like this, which would tweet something like this with a screenshot. So the screenshot that I'm going to tweet is Hugging Face Spaces. So if you know Hugging Face Spaces, a lot of different people create Hugging Face Spaces. And one of the things that I have always liked to see is what is the hot space of the day? Like if there is any new space that has come up. So I'm going to create a Twitter bot that will go to Hugging Face Spaces, take a screenshot and then tweet it at a scheduled interval. I'm not going to get into the scheduling part, but again, like I said, the three sections. First, how to collect screenshot automatically. Second, how to create a Twitter bot. Third, how to create a GitHub action in such a way that the screenshot can be tweeted. So let's get started without further ado. So the first thing is, this is the page that we are going to tweet. So just for your information, whatever page that you want to tweet, get the URL ready. So keep the URL of the page ready. So that's the first thing. So how are we going to collect the screenshot? Thanks to Simon Wilson. Simon is like a great inspiration for a lot of people, including me. He comes up with really amazing projects that are simply awesome. So thanks to Simon, and a big shout out to Simon. So Simon has recently created a project called Short Scraper Template. So what Short Scraper Template is? It's a simple GitHub repository which you can use to collect screenshots of any web page. So we're going to you can read the backstory here, like if you want to know more about what is this project is about, like how do you, like what is happening behind the scene. You can do all those things, but I'm going to just simply use this repository and then create a new repository that will help us collect the screenshot. Okay, so all these links will be in the YouTube description, so you don't have to be worried. First thing, I'm going to go here and click this link. After I click this link, I'm going to reach a new place like this. So I'm going to give a repository name. I'm going to say Hugging Face Spaces short. I'm going to say that I'm going to build screenshots of Hugging Face Spaces. In the description, we have to add the URL for which we want to collect the screenshot. I'm going to copy the URL and then come back and paste here. So this is the URL for which I want to collect the screenshot. So next, I'm going to click create repository. You can keep it either public or private. For now, I'll keep it public so that I can share this link also in the YouTube description so you can see what is happening. But if you want to keep it private, you can still keep it private. At this point, you can see that we have got three files. One is the GitHub workflow, the README, requirements.txt. If I enter the GitHub workflow, you can see there is a YAML file, and that YAML file, if you see it, the name of the YAML file, the GitHub action is take screenshots, and you can see a lot of things happening. So at the end of this action, what happens is you would see a new screenshot pasted here. Like at the end of this workflow, you would see a new screenshot pasted here. Let me go click Actions tab. You can see actions. Once I click action, you can actually see a GitHub action currently running. So it's taking a little bit of time. Let's take it slowly. Yeah. So you can see the initial commit has been successfully made. The initial commit is successfully made, which means I can click back here and then I can see that I have two new files. One short.png where we have got the screenshot. You can see the screenshot. This is the screenshot that we are going to tweet. The second is shots.yml. So here you can modify what is the file name, if you want to put it inside a folder, what is the height, all those customizations of the screenshot that you want to do, you can do it here. So customizations, you can do it in YAML file. The screenshot is stored in the short.png file. So our first part to collect the screenshot of a website is done. So I'll quickly show you the GitHub action. You can click here, view the workflow file. Once I click the view the workflow file, you can see the workflow file here, right? So right now you can see that it is pushed, or this workflow is triggered whenever there is a push, but you can schedule it as a cron job. Like if you want a Twitter bot, you ideally want to schedule it as a cron job. Like for example, I can go say GitHub Actions cron job, right? And I would ideally get the YAML code which I can use to schedule it as a cron job. So on schedule cron, so you can get the cron value according to your option, like whatever you want to do. So so you can see like this part, you can add it here, and then it would be a scheduled cron job. So you don't have to manually trigger it, but you can schedule it as a cron job. So the first part that we wanted to do is to automatically collect the screenshot of a website. So we have managed to successfully collect the screenshot of Hugging Face pages. So the first task that we set out to do is successful. So what is the second task? The second task is where I want to show you how to create a Twitter bot. The reason why I'm doing it, a lot of tutorials are already available, but a lot of things have changed. In 2022, if you want to create a Twitter bot, how do you have to do? So that's what I'm going to show. So first thing is you go to developer.twitter.com. Okay, so that's the URL that you have to go to. Once you reach here, you would see there is a button called developer portal. You can see developer portal, right? You can go click the developer portal. I can click the developer portal, and after I click the developer portal, this is what I can see. So I have the dashboard, I've got the projects, and I've got the product, I've got the account, and as you can see, I've already got 3 apps: one production app, staging app, development app. So I'm going to delete one of the apps, recreate it so that you know what to do. But for the first time, before you get it, first time you have to apply for Twitter bot access, and then after you get it, you would get something like this. So that's something that for you to keep in mind. The first time you have to apply for the Twitter bot from the developer account, then they'll give you access. Then you would have something like this, but you would not see any of these things. So I have a project. I'm going to delete this. Let me first delete this. Let me delete this production app. Okay, how do I delete it? Edit, delete the app, delete. I'm going to delete. So this is like an extra tutorial for you to know how to delete. So I've deleted the app. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create an app for the first time. Like you can see, I'm going to say, where is this? I'm going to go here, click projects, click project 1, and here I'm going to say add an app. So click add an app. And what is app? Like development is already active, staging is active, so you have to do the production app. You have to do the production app, and you can see that I'm going to click production app. And after I do that, I can select the app name ideally. Let's see, it's loading. It's loading. Next is the button here, so you can see next and name of the app. So let's say this is a GitHub automation. I'm not, so if the name is already present, it would tell us the name is already present. Okay, in our case, it accepted. So I'm showing the keys right now, but I'm going to revoke the keys after this video is published. But ideally, you should never share these keys with anybody, never with anybody at all. So that is something that you need to keep in your mind. Never ever share these keys with anybody. Okay. So next, after you do this thing, right? After you do this thing, now you have to set up your app. Let's do this thing. Like we have got API key, we have got API secret, and then next we need bearer token. So next, we have bearer token. So API key, API secret is fine, but we need 2 more tokens, access token. So now we are going to say enable third party authentication, and here we have to set up. Click the setup and enable these two. Right? What is the type of the app? I'm going to say this is like an automated app bot, and we have to give read write permission. For you to tweet, you need read write permission. Just make sure if ever you get unauthorized authorization failure, this kind of error, that means your bot, the app that you created, has only read permission. It doesn't have write permission. So make sure you have read write permission. Okay. After you do read write permission, you need to give some URL. So I'm going to copy the URL that we just created. Come back here, give that URL and give the same URL. And after you do all these things, click save. It's saying like you're going to change the permissions of your app. It's all fine. Okay. Yes. So at this point, you have got 2 more IDs. So I'm going to click done. I'm going to say I have saved it, but we are not going to use that ID, but that's fine. So at this point, we have successfully created our Twitter bot, not necessarily on Twitter, but on developer. So we have created an app that is going to power our Twitter bot. Okay. So in my case, I don't have a separate account for Twitter bot. So I'm using it on my own account, which is the One Little Coder account. Okay. So now we have the app ready, the app that will help us or that will power us to create a GitHub action that in turns, it's going to tweet in my account. Okay. Now, I'm going to click the keys and tokens. So what are the keys that we want? We want the API key, we want the API secret, and then we want the access token, access secret. So these are the 4 items we want: API key, API secret, access token secret. So these are the 4 keys that we are going to be interested in. So now the Twitter developer portal side is done. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to look at a new item, right? So the GitHub action file. So this repository, Snow Actions, thanks to Snowkate, who has created this GitHub repository, GitHub action, that is like extremely helpful. That is extremely helpful for you to create any bot from your GitHub repository if you want to tweet something. So this is what we're going to use. So now if you go to this repository, which again I'll link it in the YouTube description, you can see that the steps like developer.twitter.com, okay, set the secrets, and then you can use this, which means our first step is done. Now we are going to move on to the second step where we have to set the secrets. Okay, I'm going to go to the repository where we have the screenshot automation running. I'm going to click the settings of it. After I do that, I'm going to scroll down and then click secrets, and inside secrets, I'm going to click actions. Inside my action, I'm going to click new repository action, and I'm going to copy the first action. The first action name is Twitter consumer API key. Okay, come back here, give the action name. Now go to your Twitter portal, and then what do we want? We want the API key. I'm going to click regenerate, yes, regenerate, and I'm going to say copy the API key. Copy the API key, come back here, paste it, add secret. Now I have to add the second secret. Click new repository secret, go back, copy the name, come back, give the name, and then copy the key from here, and then go back to GitHub, paste it in the value, and click add secret. Again, new repository secret, go back to this repository, copy the name, which is Twitter access token. Now come back here, give the name, which is Twitter access token. Now go back to your Twitter developer portal, say I saved them, and regenerate this. And once you regenerate it, you would get the access token and access token secret. Copy the access token, come back here, paste it, add secret, and then the final token, new repository secret, which is Twitter access token secret. Copy that name, paste the name here, go to the repository, copy it here, come back here, paste it, add secret, and then go back here and then say I saved them. So at this point, we have 4 repository secrets, which means this repository has got 4 secrets that can be accessed using the environment variable. So this is done so that you don't expose your token to anybody. Like you're not saving it as like a raw file, which is a terrible way to save any token. Even if you are going to imagine that I'm going to add a file and then I'm going to overwrite it, just remember that Git as a process is going to save every single history. So by saving your token in the plain code, plain text inside any of your files, you're at the risk of being hacked, or you're at the risk of being exposing your account. So never ever do that. So the right way to use token, use secrets, use credentials in a GitHub repository is to save tokens, the secrets that we have done. So we have 4 tokens: Twitter access token secret, Twitter consumer API token, Twitter consumer API secret key. So these are the 4 items. Now that our 4 items are scheduled, the next thing that we have to do is we have to create a YAML file. We have to create like a workflow, and we can copy from here, and then we can do it. So first I'll show you that what we need to do. We need to go here, click actions. I'm showing you a different way how to create that. Click new workflow. After you click new workflow, you can basically schedule something from here, but you can say set up the workflow by yourself. After that, you can see the file here. So I'm going to give the name tweet.yml. I'm going to call it tweet.yml, and I'm going to copy this, right? I'm going to copy this entire thing, and I'm going to paste it here. So at this point, we have successfully copied the tweet workflow from Snow Actions. So once again, thanks to Snowkate for making this. And I had a question. Snowkate was like really responsive in answering that. So next, once you have this here, so give the name. So the name is like tweet screenshot bot, just for you to track when you have the workflow. Next, when do you want to trigger it? Do you want to trigger it when you make a GitHub release? No, I don't want to do that. I can either set up a cron. This is what ideally you should do when you have an automated bot. But for now, I'm going to just say trigger it whenever there is a push. Okay, right now I'm doing it, but when you want to schedule it as a bot, you have to make sure that you are doing you're scheduling a cron job. Okay, so now the two important parts are done. Name is done, on is done. So you know what is the job. It runs on Ubuntu, and you know what is the name. Because we use the same name here, we don't have to configure anything different. So our environment is set up here. Now the important part comes where we have to discuss about the access, the message. So here you can see what is the message that you want to give. I want to say hugging face, or I can say hot hot space of the day, hot spaces of the day. I should say spaces of the day. Hot hugging face, tag hugging face, spaces of the day, and we can paste the URL as well here, so that anybody who wants to access the URL. So this is the message. This is the status message with which your tweet is going to go. So I am going to delete this. Right? You can give anything you want. Like if you're doing something else, you can give anything you want. Doesn't matter. And the second is you need to give the media path. So what is the name of the file? Our file, because you are going to have access to my repository, which means you know what to do. So uses actions checkout first, and then this uses this, and then you set up the environment, and you have the status, which is the message, and then you have the screenshot name, the media path name. If you want to have multiple screenshots, you can have multiple screenshots as well. Just right now I'm giving one screenshot, and this message itself is already a string, so that you don't have to enclose it with quotation mark. So at this point, our tweet.yaml file is ready, which is our second GitHub action that will help us tweet this. So let's try our luck. I mean, there is a good chance that it might go wrong as well. So I'm going to click commit. Once I click commit, I'm going to take you to the actions tab. So in the actions tab, you would ideally see that both of these workflows are going to be run. So you can see the first one, take screenshots, and the second one is tweet screenshot bot. Right now we are not scheduling it, so both of them are running because we made a change to the repository. But like I said, ideally you want to set it up like a cron job. So first take screenshots. When I click that, you can see take screenshot is running. Tweet screenshot bot, if you look at it, it says it is done. So you can click this and then see if there was any error or did it successfully run. So I can click this further. It took 17 seconds. As you can see, it took 17 seconds. You can see mostly it looks like it has successfully ran. So I'm going to open my Twitter account. Okay, I'm going to open my Twitter account. In my case, like I said, I have the same. I'm using the same account, One Little Coder. I'm not using a bot account, right? So after I click, I'm going to click my profile, right? And I'm going to scroll down and then see if our latest tweet is present. So what is our latest tweet? Our latest tweet is hot hugging face spaces of the day. And you can see 58 seconds back, this has been tweeted and the tweet is there. And if you click this at the bottom, you can see the app name that we created. So I just wanted to show you that as well. Like if you scroll down, you can see GitHub Actions. I don't know why did I use. Okay, GH is GitHub, GH automation. So you can see the name and you can see the tweet as well. So we have successfully managed to learn 3 things in this video. The first thing that we learned is how to use Simon Wilson's amazing new project, which helps you automatically take screenshot. The first one. The second one, we learned how to create a Twitter bot, and we also learned how to configure our GitHub repository to access this Twitter bot's secrets. And third, we scheduled that. We ran that GitHub action to tweet it, and amazing. Like we finally have the tweet itself, and now I can just go ahead and then schedule it every day. Like I said, all I have to do is I have to go here and change the YAML file to have the cron job, which means this tweet and the screenshot will happen once in a day at a scheduled time. And like I said, the way you have to do it is, currently it happens on push, but you can do it on schedule, and you can give a cron value. And there are a lot of websites that will give you the exact cron value for a particular use case that you have got, particular time that you want. And that's it. I hope this Python automation video was helpful to you. Like I said, huge thanks to Simon Wilson for the screenshot project, like the short scraper project. Thanks to the GitHub Action creator Snowcade, and once again thanks to the amazing Hugging Face that keeps on giving us quality content in NLP and machine learning. And if you like this video, let me know in the comment section. If you create a bot, let me know. I would definitely love to see that. But like I said at the start, all the necessary links will be in the YouTube description, and this repository will also be there. So which means you can easily copy paste stuff from this repository. And yeah, let me know in the comment section what do you feel about this video. I hope you stay safe, your family is safe. Take care. Happy coding. Peace.